Hi, good morning, guys. It's really good to see you. I just want to thank you for coming in today. And just as a refresher, everything we say here is between us. I know I spoke with you guys last week, but just wanted to remind you. And just before we start off, I want you guys to know that I'm not here to put blame and say who's right or who's wrong. This is more about, figuring out how we feel and taking things slowly to feel it, not just talk about it. Therese and Anne, whoever wants to start, it's been going on since I last saw you.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I like that you're bringing up that we can talk about kind of like how we feel about this, because I feel like I haven't been able to feel a lot recently. I feel like I've been under attack, honestly. I've been doing a lot for the kids. I've been doing a lot at home this past week, and honestly, it's like a whole new problem set. I just feel like I'm doing everything. I'm setting up the lunches. I'm bringing kids to and from school, and I'm doing everything, and I'm not being met with kind words. I'm not being met with kind gestures. And I'm just tired.
That's very valid, Therese. Thank you for sharing. Anne, do you feel similarly or differently?
Yeah, I see where Therese is coming from. I will say I've definitely been maybe a little bit more reserved and not as, affectionate, but I don't think that she's understanding that, like, I'm going through a lot. I'm really stressed out with work. I'm really stressed out with, like, money and the bills, and I know that that's something that, she does a great job with the kids and everything, but like I feel like it's my responsibility to take care of us financially. So like I'm just really stressed, and then I also don't really like my job very much, so I just feel like I'm being forced to like do something that I don't even like want to do for like, and then I come home and she's already on me about what I haven't done when I already feel like I'm doing so much, and like I just feel tired. I'm just tired.
Oh, of course, yeah. These are all really great, feeling words and emotions, and thank you guys for sharing that with me. And I just also want to take a second to notice that, Anne, you're very physically reserved right now, and I just want us to take a moment to acknowledge that. You've been saying you've been feeling very, reserved away from Therese and not connected, so it's just good to acknowledge.
Yeah. I do think it's really nice, if you don't mind me interrupting, like,
please, this is your session.
I'm really glad that you brought up too that you do realize where I'm coming from, and I think that it was good that you brought up finances, because I didn't even bring that up because it's something that I don't even really think about. I'm more like the day-to-day, but like you're there working and like trying to get ends to meet, which I know we're really struggling with right now.
Yeah.
This is great communication, guys. I'm really proud of you. I can tell, since last week I saw you, I did have you guys fill out the Locke-Wallace marital adjustment assessment. I did evaluate those scores, and I want to talk to you about them. So there were some pretty low scores in areas like communication, affection, and agreement. So I don't want you to take these scores. We're not going to talk about numerical values, okay? We're not going to put these as numbers and make it definite. I want us to think about these lower scores specifically in handling family finances and demonstration of affection. You guys both scored the same, relatively low. So instead of making these numbers, I want to think of them as images. So Therese, Anne, with you, whatever kind of images that a low score in those areas mean to you.
I think with like communication, honestly, if I'm picturing an image, I see us sitting on the couch like we do once the kids have gone to bed, and it's me on my phone and it's Anne on her phone, and we're not talking and we're not doing anything, so we really don't have the finances to do anything. We're literally just sitting there, not talking, on our phones, body languages were turned away, and just not being able to be on the same page. That's really what I see.
Right.
I think for me, you said one of them was a low financial
and demonstrations of affection.
So yeah, like what I see with that is like last Christmas when I wasn't able to get her this like, great gift, and she got really upset with me, and like I told her, I was like, do you want, we got in this big fight, so I was like, what, do you want this, or do you want to be able to put food on the table for the kids? And so it's like, we got in this huge fight about it. So I see like her getting upset with me because I wasn't able to make this grand gesture like financially, even though I did still try, and like, so I see our fight from last Christmas.
See, I see what you're saying. It's just like what I wanted then was a computer, and that's what I was going to use to like help the kids. So it's not like I'm doing this from a selfish standpoint where I need you to spend this money on me. It's like I want to give back to us. Like I want a computer so I can book stuff for us, but I know we don't have the finances for that.
And may I say that both of your images, and just listening to your conversation in general, you both want to help each other so much. Like it sounds like a lot of the root of your anger and resentment is the fact that you can't do what the other partner needs, and I think that that's a beautiful demonstration of your love.
No, I definitely do think that a lot of my resentment towards her right now is just not me being almost like self-conscious that I can't provide for her like I want to.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes me kind of resent her because I don't know why.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to know why.
Mm-hmm.
And the main part of what I'm based in experiential family therapy is not about alleviating these symptoms. It's about growth as a person.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not really trying to fix necessarily the issues we have, but to become better people that will help us with what we're feeling. So if you don't mind, the next thing I'd like to try, so you have those images in your head, and you guys have a lot of feeling words, which I'm really happy to hear. I want you to finish this sentence, with a feeling word. When we fight, deep down I feel blank. And I know maybe we've had some words we've said already that could finish that sentence, but Teresa and Anne, I'd like you to finish that sentence to one another.
You want us to face each other and look at each other?
I want you to do whatever feels right.
Oh, okay.
I think you could do it.
Okay, I can do it. So would you repeat the first part of it?
Absolutely. When we fight, deep down I feel blank.
When we fight, deep down I feel attacked.
Okay. 1 second.
Take your time, and you know what? We can sit with that.
Deep down, when we fight, I feel hopeless.
Okay. So
I felt kind of good to say to you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we haven't said that because out of fear of I'm going to be attacked. I don't want to tell you that I feel attacked.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh yeah, I agree.
So yeah, no, we're not trying to fix it. We're just letting it sit. We're just not defending it. We're just, feeling attacked and feeling hopeless are two very strong emotions, and I'm glad you guys can sit with them. And then, if you guys don't mind, we could try one more, interaction I have. I have these two objects back here that I brought. Yeah. Lunchbox and an umbrella. And do a symbolic connection right now. Would you choose the item that you feel best represents you in this relationship?
I would say I feel like the lunchbox because, well, I guess I just feel like I carry things inside of me, and I don't, and then when it's finally time, let's say for lunch to eat, to open it up, it's just a lot coming out, I guess. I don't know, I feel like a big bag of emotions just piling up, and I don't feel like I have a support system outside of it because I feel like a disappointment, and I feel like she's just disappointed with me all the time, never doing enough. I don't know why how that relates to the lunchbox, but for some reason I just felt like that.
And I am so proud of you. That was a beautiful, connection to this family sculpting activity where we're going to take this object. You did a wonderful job. I'm so proud of you.
I guess I'm just a little confused what the activity. Can you maybe explain a little bit what the activity is for?
Well, sure. Yeah. I was gonna, have you pick an object.
Okay.
And then which one represents you.
Okay.
And then we were gonna place it together, how it connects.
Okay.
See, this is what I'm saying. I feel like Anne just is here almost attacking. You know what I mean?
Well, Therese, Anne.
I think I just needed some clarification. I think I'd rather look at it like that rather than I'm not attacking her. Just I'm trying to understand more what's happening.
No, I really appreciate you voicing your concerns with me. It's important that we're all on the same page. And Therese, your response to Anne, this is another way that to just see how you guys interact. And
honestly, this is a big reflection. I feel like of how we react. That's pretty much how it goes.
Okay.
So interesting that just occurred, but.
And Therese, so the object you would like to pick?
Well, actually, I was gonna pick the umbrella, even though it's the only one left out of the two.
All right.
Right.
I just feel like I need an umbrella to shield me from the insults and getting attacked and just not
to interrupt. I'm sorry, but can you say a time I've really actually insulted you? Because I just feel like
no, I definitely can. I feel like when I quote unquote sit at home and you're hard at work doing a job you hate, I feel like you think I do nothing, but I'm sitting here trying to get our family.
But am I directly insulting you when I say that? Because I feel like insult is a really big word. That's I'm saying these horrible things to you. I'm not like out here like bullying you. I just like I don't know. I don't like the word insult. I don't know if there's something we can work on with that, but
and I appreciate you bringing that to light because that is important. You know, let's get concrete definitions for these terms because insult to Anne may mean something different to Therese. So Anne, your definition of insult is what?
I don't know. I feel like that means I'm like calling her names and like saying these like horrible things to her. I feel like I've never called you names and I've never.
Yeah, but I feel like you're insulting me
like
as my character. Like you're not giving me direct words, but I feel like the connotation of you don't do much around here is insulting to me. Like I know you're saying that's a big word, but I have big feelings, and so that's how I feel about it. That's why I would pick this. I feel like I need this to like. It sounds dramatic, but like deflect almost. Like I need something to kind of protect me because I just feel like I'm not really getting respect, and like you're not saying anything directly insulting to me, but I'm feeling insulted.
Okay, so Anne's version of insulting is direct, intense, hateful words, and
mine's also that, but it's also can be like almost a passive thing. Like I feel insulted.
Of course. Just by maybe the connotations people are using, the sounds of their voice,
kind of all of that.
Maybe we could work on like a different word.
Okay. Can brainstorm.
We can think about that. We'll come back with you next week.
Okay.
Come up with a different word.
Honestly, that would be like good homework. I think for us because we did homework last week.
Right. So. And that was where we were going with next. But let's first finish up this family sculpting. No, I love how involved you guys are. You know, it really shows your dedication to one another that you want to have these conversations. I'm so proud of you guys. You've come a long way since our first session. But I just wanted you to place your object within this perimeter. How close or far away you guys feel right now?
To each other.
To each other and your family unit with your sweet children. Very far away. And what do you think could get you closer together? May it be less insults for whatever that may mean to one another?
I think yes, insults, but I think especially, and I'm respecting that Anne doesn't appreciate that word. I feel like just having more communication, like we just did, like define that word, because first, like I'm not being insulting, I'm not insulting you, but I'm like I feel insulted, so being able to talk about that, so overall communication, and we scored low on that. I think that would bring us closer because we're able to talk about it.
And I think something that's important to Therese that maybe in my eyes, because to me sitting on the couch on our phones is us spending quality time together, because that's our wind down time and that's like what we need, but maybe that's not what quality time looks like to her. So maybe figuring out what quality time is and meeting somewhere in the middle.
And figuring that out, I feel like by communicating.
Yeah.
Beautiful work, guys. I'm very proud of you. And so that's a great idea you bring up, because I wanted to give you guys your homework for your symbolic reconnection. I want you guys to think of something that you could do simple every day that would bring you closer to, with your communication, with, bringing you closer object-wise.
Yeah.
And may that be an idea of, instead of sitting on your phone, you take 5 or 10 minutes to have no phone time and just talk to each other, maybe about each other's day or about anything you'd like. Do you think you could?
Yeah, I think we could do that.
Okay.
It's hard with the kids, but we can try and make it work.
We can make it work.
Well, I believe in you guys.
We can do it.
So much to look forward to. I want to thank you guys again for coming in, and I will see you next week. And I can't wait to hear about how your conversations went.
All right.
See you then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Move your foot away from me.